What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good day so far. Solid week so far. I just want to get into a few plays from today. Really just been paying attention to listed stocks and have honestly been kind of avoiding OTCs. No reason in particular other than just because my two best friends are all they trade is listed, and they're basically killing it. Especially my buddy Fatty, he's absolutely killing it. So just being able to have him there and be able to talk to him whenever I want, and he comes over all the time, and we just go over plays. It's just so helpful. It's honestly so helpful, and it's so much easier for me to learn like that than it is to try to learn from random people online who are trading OTCs. I understand OTCs, except sometimes they're a little bit slower moving, and commissions are just really a big factor for me because I really just want to size down dramatically, and trading OTCs, just having the commissions just kind of sucks, especially when you want to sell in multiple pieces. And I've noticed a lot that I sell. If I'm just trying to sell my whole position at a certain price, I get, I get sold in pieces, and the slippage is a lot worse, and it's just been kind of a headache for me. And it's not something I'm going to get rid of. I love OTCs, and there's so much potential there, and it's definitely something I'm going to keep my eye on, especially when listed stocks are not as hot as they are now. It's just not my main focus anymore. I gave it over a year of just trying to trade OTCs, and I still couldn't find consistency. And and I did give it the time, and I tried everything I could to try to find some kind of consistency in OTCs, just sticking to one. And it just hasn't helped. It hasn't really worked out for me. I'm in a great chat right now with great OTC traders that I'm still learning from, and having them, I think, is the only thing that's keeping me in the OTC land as of right now. But other than that, having my buddy who's just trading and killing it in listed stocks, and I'm understanding the plays and I get it. And so being able to have him there all the time and to answer my questions and to go over charts with me, at home, and in person I think is just so huge that I want to take full advantage of that opportunity and just learn as much as I can from him, and really try to get on his level, of trading. Because I used to trade listed stocks back in the day, and then I just decided, OTCs, because especially with what I was doing for work, OTCs just fit my schedule much better. And so I decided to just stick with OTCs because it really just fit my schedule. And it just hasn't worked out for me. And I still think there's great opportunity there, but just not my main focus as of right now. I'm really just focused on listed stocks. Want to get this kind of, just a couple patterns kind of just dialed in, and still watch my OTCs to wait for ideal setups, but I'm okay with missing good setups because I'm really just trying to focus on these. So I just want to dive into a few plays from today, and XELA is one of them. It got a nice gap up on some news. It's like a $30 million float. And it was trading, I think, like $400 million today in volume. So over-rotating the float, which is incredible. Solid volume. The last time I did some volume like that, it was on this parabolic move here, up into the high sevens, before fading down. So it was just a nice gap up and kind of a breakout over 2. It's not an exact science. I'm not going to say 214, even though you can say that that's like a nice double top, and where that's got some solid support / resistance right there. Just $2 is kind of that whole number I'm looking at. And then if you dive into today, so I'm kind of going off of, this is how I played it. It spiked in the morning. I waited, and I ended up buying the high of day break. So I bought the high of day break here at 240, and got a little dip, and I was risking 220. So I know it's like 10% risk, but I don't care what the percent is. Like I'm just worried about how much money I'm risking. It's okay to have a wider stop, but it's not okay to just be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have a wider stop and still have the same size, and all of a sudden you're taking a huge loss. So it's just adjusting your risk, to whatever the percentage is. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure that your dollar amount is right where you kind of want it to be, so you're not just like, oh, I'm down 10% and I'm taking a fat loss because I had full size. So I only had like 100 shares maybe. Right here at 240. I added another 100 shares on the pre-market high 245. Got a nice little perk up to the 250s and just kind of got stuffed. And I ended up moving my stop up from 220 to 232, or no, what is this? 231 is where I kind of just brought my stop up just to play it safe. That's kind of where VWAP was kind of trending at the time, and I'd rather just play it safe than just be like, oh, I don't care, and yeah, I'm still just gonna risk 220. I don't know. I like to play it safe, so this was like the first pullback it kind of had when it tried to break high of day, and that's just where I wanted to risk off of. So ended up taking a small loss there, and it did come back. This was on watch for a high of day break over 256, 257, and I had my alert at like 240. Yeah, 240, and it perked right there like the first or second minute after hours, and so I never got the alert. Fatty nailed it, played it twice, quick 1K after hours. So round of applause to him. I know it's like over 2K for him today, which is just incredible, and exactly why I'm just trying to learn from him. I know it was an emotional trade for him. It's not super ideal because it is after hours, but it was trading solid volume, and he ended up playing it twice. So it's still something I gotta learn from him. He's gonna show me how he played this, I think, tomorrow. So it's just one play that I played it in the morning, and just got stuffed. No big deal. I took small loss, and I actually played it again. And this was the FOMO trade. These two trades here were not two, but just one. I got the 240, then the 245, stopped out at 231. Okay, no big deal. When it was holding the open price, I took some at 230. When it was perking up, it looked like it was going to perk through VWAP, risking 220. Took a small loss there. It was like $30 overall in losses with no commissions. So that is nice. I hate the commissions. But that's that. And then the other one is BSQR. And same thing, nice gap up. It was a low float, I think 10 million float. And I don't think this had any news, but it was gapping up. And it had... Thank you. Why would it not show me pre-market? It's weird. Okay, whatever. So I was really looking for kind of like that $6 level. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's just kind of $6 is where it kind of just held in here, is where it spiked up to, held for a couple of days before washing out. That was only the kind of like the, I don't know, just a level I was kind of looking at, because the last time I did some volume was this run up here. So I know there's not a whole bunch of resistance until like just basically that $6 level. You know, it's where it had the gap down. It's where it came. It's got where it got stuffed on the spike, and then just faded. So $6 to me was like a key level, and it was trading really nice volume. You can see $6 is kind of where it topped out pre-market before fading, then grinded back market open, and it looked like it was going to break here at 6. I got some at 5.99. It dipped. It made some really nice higher lows here, and I didn't notice that until like the last minute, and it was just consolidating right here for a few minutes and just getting really tight. And I thought, oh my God, I should be sizing up huge right now. I should be putting in like a few K, you know, that's big for my account. Just kind of with a tight, you know, not a really tight risk, but just like how I would play it is it got a nice ABCD, really tight here, and it looked like it was just going to burst through, which it did. But at the time, I was like, ooh, this looks really nice. Should be sizing up right now. Decided not to because I am still learning, and I just want to play small size. It's not about the money. It's all about the process. And just kind of took that move. I just sat on my hands, let it do its thing. Took the move 640 because that was the high. There it is. 640s was the pre-market high. So I took it at 6, added a little bit, 683, sold half at 640 just to play it safe in case it double topped and got stuffed, and then sold the other half at 660, which no reason for me to sell really. Is just that's just kind of where I had my sell limit at, and just really wanted to take my quick 10-12% and call it a day because I don't know these patterns exactly. I don't know exactly how much they're going to run. I'm really just looking to take my 10% moves until I am comfortable and confident enough to hold for a little bit more of a gain. Exactly like how Fatty and my buddy Lucas are. You know, they've been trading these for a while now, so it's like they can hold a little bit longer. I know Fatty absolutely nailed this, and he actually just sent me. I got him into making some freaking video lessons, so I know some big things are coming with him. He sent me it, and unfortunately, it didn't have any freaking audio, so I couldn't really dive into it. But I'm gonna see him tomorrow. We're gonna go over a lot of shit, and yeah, just a lot to go over. It's much different from OTCs. I'll give it that. You know, it's a little bit more complicated, a lot more choppy, but I love the fact that I'm getting my move right away. You know, like I'm either right or I'm wrong. I don't got to sit there and wait hours or whatever all day to figure out if I'm right or wrong. I want my move and I want it now, god damn it. So this is why I love listed. And those are my two trades. ALYI, I really don't even want to get into it. There's no reason for me to be getting into it. I'm looking for a multi-day breakout. And so I really like how it's been getting tight. It is kind of fading a little bit, but this morning it looked strong. Testing 5.5 and it was above VWAP, and it just looked like that's like if in a multi-day breakout pattern has the run up, tops out, fades off, it gets a little perk, it's trending sideways, we get some volume, and we get a grind back up to the breakout level, and we break through. Just kind of predict that, I guess. You know, I'm still learning this pattern, and I guess in this case it was tried to play it. I just took a small starter. I took a small loss on this. It is what it is. But I took some at 55, stopped out at 5.2, and it ended up making a new low, and I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting 5.2 to hold, us to get a push back up towards like 5.7, 5.8, and then, you know, we'll get some kind of gap up and squeeze past the breakout level towards like past that 6-ish level. So still on watch for me for sure, but I'm just thinking, like, it needs to set up a little bit nicer for me to want to take that early starter. Maybe I should just wait for confirmation. So on this one, I'm thinking just wait for confirmation. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, I'm not going to get too crazy today or too in detail. I'm exhausted, and I'm really just grinding out with these listed stocks more than ever. So just don't think that I'm giving up on OTCs. I'm definitely not giving up on OTCs. I want to be the one, because I know both of my buddies do not trade OTCs and do not fuck with OTCs whatsoever. So I will have that edge, being able to trade listed when it's hot And then when listed slow, I can take advantage of OTCs, or even both. You know, if both are hot, like just being able to take advantage of both. So I think that's going to be a huge thing in the future. So, and then they're going to be coming to me for advice on how to trade these freaking OTCs. The tables will turn, but as of right now, I just need to take full advantage of them just killing it, and having them right there to answer my questions and really just be there for me and get all the input I can on all their trades. And there's just no better way to learn for me. So OTCs, if either one of them were trading OTCs and we're doing good, and I can really sit there and talk to them about OTCs and learn with them with it, it would be much different. But I don't have anybody there to learn from. And yeah, I could say, like, I could just learn it by myself. Like, that's how most people do it, right? But it's just like, I could, but at the same time, they're trading listed stocks, and it's not like I'm a newbie to listed stocks. You know, I just, because of my job choice, because of my job and my hours and everything, OTCs fit best for that. Now it's at the point where it's like, OTCs are not the best right now for me in my schedule. Listed stocks, and especially with how they're doing and how they're playing them, and how I can talk to them and really get all the inside info. I need to take full advantage of the listed, and that's what I'm trying to do. So that's it for me today. This is actually a really long video, and I really wasn't expecting it to be that long. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to have a lot more good content with these listed stocks, and hopefully a few OTCs. We'll see how they play out. You know, I'm just trying to stick to ideal plays only, and but just mainly focusing on the listed plays. And I'll keep you guys updated on what Fatty's got going on with his video lessons and all that. Some big things coming, and so I'm excited, and I just got to keep grinding, keep working hard, and pretty soon we're going to be exactly where we need to be. So have a good night. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.